What's out there stays out there for now.
Stay way out there.
Yeah, and for us, our big story, when's it going to rain today? That's the question we asked this time of year. Well, we're not seeing much. Latest high-res futurecast in overnight while folks are sleeping. Maybe an isolated shower toward the state fairgrounds around 2, 3 o'clock. But that's about it. So notice the big story, all those triple-digit heat indices, how it's going to feel in the shade. Once again, up over 100 degrees.
We're getting used to it, but it's just brutal.
It is. Yeah, enough's enough. And we will start to see temperatures come down by mid to late week. We have a little pattern change. We'll talk about that. But yeah, the big story is not getting that rain we normally see, the summer sizzle. And of course, the tropics, like Caitlin was talking about. While you were sleeping, no surprises. All right, we're not expecting any threats here close to home for the next 7 to 10 days, but we take a look at our tropical update. It does include this is Dexter, okay, Tropical Storm Dexter moving away from the United States, and then a wave out in the Central Atlantic will develop this week, and maybe by late week we'll see a little more rotation with this, but it's likely to stay a fish storm. The one to watch this week closer to home would be this little yellow shaded area, low chance of development off Florida and the southeast coast. And as we look at the latest Euro this morning, looking at the latest model data, here we are today, it's going to be very slow to develop, if any, and it looks like those chances are likely to stay low. We're not seeing any big areas of conducive development that would help this really ramp up in a hurry or really ramp up much at all. In fact, here's Wednesday, Thursday, still looking for an area of low pressure to develop. Still very tough to find that circulation or the organization that we like to see with these systems. Maybe a little bit better organized by Friday into the weekend, but notice what does organize likely weekend heads to the north is a very heavy rainmaker for the Carolinas. So looks like even though we've got that hatched area just off Florida, and even, you know, we're talking about Cape Canaveral off Jacksonville, it does look like if anything does develop, it looks weak and likely to just meander slowly to the north as we head into the weekend. All right, and this will go to Dexter, Tropical Storm Dexter. There's Bermuda. It's heading just to the north to the island nation, and we're going to continue to see this become extra tropical over the next couple of days. Main threat for Bermuda would be those rip currents and those gusty winds along with the heavy rain, really a rainmaker. We take a look at the next 2 days here closer to home. How about our rain? It's our rainy season. This is our peak rainy season, and we take a look at the forecast. Yeah, summer sizzle, 103 to 107 is how it's going to feel. 94 for our high. You see green, a lot of green on the area, but the green that matters is the dark area. So you see the 1/4 to half-inch rain. That's inland, so Polk County off toward areas of Arcadia, Highlands, DeSoto County, along with Hardy County would be your isolated storm zone today, mainly between 3 and 6 o'clock, and that's about it. And then tomorrow, a little shift in that green. See the darker greens heading towards St. Pete, Tampa, in the coastal areas, Sarasota, Bradenton getting on the rain. So I increased that rain coverage to 40% tomorrow with much better chances for Tampa. But that thunder coming late in the afternoon. So I have 5 p.m. thunderstorms, sultry to stormy, and once again, because of the late start to the rain, back up to 94 degrees. So today, let's get to the story. You see the heat advisories officially for southeast Florida in Miami, okay, like we've seen over the weekend, but we've just been about just as hot as Miami here in Tampa. So we're taking that heat seriously. Not much rain here at home. We take a look at heat safety, wearing that light colored clothing, taking frequent breaks from the heat. Yes, more water and then some, and then more water, and then protecting the people, pets, and plants, and of course, seeking breaks in the activity and from, yes, that heat you want to get in the air conditioning on days like today, because we're talking several hours of feeling like 100 or above as we head into late morning all the way through the evening. In fact, our updated chart showing up to 108 feels like temperature at 3 o'clock. Futurecast, yeah, I showed this to Caitlin. We left off with the weather headline that is, don't expect the rain again today, and plenty of heat. You know, a lot of folks are getting that last minute vacation in last week of summer for our mini kids out there, and yeah, we got plenty of beach and pool weather, but again, make sure you take breaks. Notice that isolated activity that does form by mid to late day, heading quickly away from our area. Let's spend a little time on that 7-day forecast. It does include low rain chances to start with that summer sizzle this week, 94. Better chance of those downpours Tuesday, late day, and Wednesday. So notice what happens as we increase some of those rainy season storms. We will lower the temperatures back to normal. Hang in there. I know. By late week, Thursday and Friday, highs back into the lower 90s. And of course, getting ready for our weekend here, we've got the Tampa Bay Bucks kicking